Well, welcome everyone to the finals round of the SquashGym Summer Open PSA Satellite. This is the playoff for 7th, 8th, and we've just started the second game. First game, a close one, went to Matt Nation, and as usual, Allan's giving it everything, which is a pleasure to see. First game was really close. I think Matt's showing the signs of someone that's played 3 matches in 24 hours. But he's hanging in there to get the result. He almost got the result this morning. So good on him. Huge day here at the club. 122 entries, 17 divisions, over 180 matches being played in a little over 24 hours. So it's been pretty full on, it's been a lot of fun. Nice finish there from Matt. I'm sure he'd love to get this over in 3. He's the much higher ranked player on our system here in New Zealand. It's called iSquash, a bit like squash levels, slightly different, but computerized grading system that we've got. And Matt's what we call A1, which is the highest level. And Allan is the next level down on that list, but it's not that obvious with how close the match is here today. Pretty solid player, Allan. Doesn't really make a lot of bad errors. Certainly runs the balls down, varies his pace quite nicely. Still shoots often enough. And he's making Matt work for every point, which he'd rather not have to do after 2 hard matches. So 5-3, I believe, here in the second game. Matt 1 game up. Nice finish. Oh no, that was down. My apologies. We made a couple of changes to the camera settings, so hopefully there's a little less light flicker in this afternoon matches. We've only got 3 matches today. Slight adjustment to the schedule. Zach Millar was unable to play the 3-4 playoffs, so we've moved the other matches back, and the final will be at 6 o'clock as originally scheduled. Certainly a lot to look forward to in those upcoming matches. The brothers obviously playing in the final, and Joel playing Finn. They've never played before, so that will be interesting. Another tough rally, and Matt's just a little too strong there. And puts the ball away with a good cross-court kill. I'm going to call that a no-let. What does the ref think? I think he took the wrong line in front and into the play. Should have gone behind him. Certainly both of them sucking in a lot of oxygen, that's for sure. Shooting. Well, Matt's lobbed very well today and last night, but that was a little short. Straight on the racket. Great length. Well, I'm not sure if you can hear that on the coverage, but Allan gave a decent whack on the glass there to try and get that one back. Certainly putting everything into every shot. And he gets the reward on that one, stroke. Well, with both these players from this area, I would imagine that Matt won't want to be losing this one. It's for the old local bragging rights, even though he's now based in Wellington. I think he'll probably do whatever it takes to win this one, whether he feels like it or not. 3 backward boasts in a row. Reads that one, puts the kill away. Bit of humour there for both players. They both love that straight forehand kill. Well, Allan's not going away here. He's keen to snatch one of these games at least. Oh, good boast. Nice finish. So that gives Matt, I believe, a game ball. Matt takes that one, 2 love. 11-8, thank you, brother. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Oh, we're back in the third game, and Allan's just nicked one there. Bit of luck on the frame, but at least he put himself in position to get it. 2-3 down after that, and Love 2 down, but he keeps fighting, which is great to see. Oh, what's the ref think of that one? I'm guessing that's a stroke, because Allan said, really? Oh no, let. Okay. Well, he definitely went the wrong way. Probably good enough to get it. Some of these calls are a little hard from down here because we're so flat to the play, and we can't really see the depth of the players as well as the refs will be able to see upstairs. That's that kill I talked about earlier. Certainly Matt's favourite shot, I would say. And why wouldn't it be if you can win points that easily? There it's again. So a tip to anyone playing Matt Nation, don't feed him a ball on his forehand where he's got plenty of time, because he'll probably put it away. That was a bit skinny, that one. But it came on the back of some solid play across the middle, cutting the ball off and forcing the loose shot from Allan. Good lift from Allan there, and gets him the point. I had a sense Matt was very keen to march to the finish line there. Probably doesn't want to stay on there too much longer, but Allan's not going to make it easy for him, that's for sure. Nice rally there down the channel, and then Matt finishes it off with a straight volley drop. Another short forehand kill gets him within 2 of the match. Oh, nice touch on the post. Good length. Got him going the wrong way. Gets the point. Only 5 more to go, Allan. Come on, son. That's one of them. That's the match. Matt takes it 3-love. Good battle, lads. We'll take a break and we'll be back in 10 minutes. That's what I had. Thanks, bro. Basically, the gas money. Yeah, good. Kind of thing. Yeah, for the week, which is quite cool. No, just practicing. So did you go home or did you stay here? No, you took me there. To here. That's good time. You played quite well this week. Yeah. I mean, probably better than Nationals. Probably freer. It's the cool, man. Nationals is the fucking front of it. There's never else to do. Just hot, fast, bouncy. Whereas at least this, the ability to, the court plays bigger. These courts are bigger. Yeah, it's good. You can actually hold it and do something. Take it through, drop it, and actually stay in front of us. Yeah. I mean, you got to play on all of the courts, all the conditions, but this sort of conditions too. Yeah, I'm not suggesting you any first, but I think probably definitely played, well, I would say freer. You played freer, in the sense. Good job. Sure, right? Surely. You're a shocker, son.
I mean, I didn't say it's finished.
No, you didn't have to.
It must have been about to break.
Oh, sorry.
Sure, it was the rest of it's all good?
I'll check it out. Yeah, it's not good all the way through. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll give you another one. I'll message Nickel. It feels fine, yeah, but it's gone all the way through now.
It's cracked all the way through.
Do you know the record yet?
But the grip on it.
No, it's broken record. It's in there, right?
Who needs enemies, eh? You got free already. last match for 3 months. Senior, right? I'm feeling left out here, bro. I'm feeling left out. This is a shock. It's a local, mate. It's a local.
No, it's just terrible.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
It's tough.
What are you after then?
One of those would be just perfect.
Unbelievable bastards. You earn too much being a fucking fight, what are you
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I used to coach the kids 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. When I decided that I needed to be coached by a better coach one. And he hasn't improved. Lads, you're absolute diamonds.
Well, he is now. He is the Christmas now. We'll be raised with him by your group.
I bought a beer the other day.
What have we
Oh,
got
that's
here?
good.
Is this the...
That's rather good, I have to say.
Is this the...
That beer.
That's good.
Real nice, that.
Actually, what you probably seen the other night. Nice drop to you.
Yeah.
Sing it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad, brother.
I was getting close to this.
Mate.
Well, it's just that. Yeah, after that, yeah, I reckon.
No, really close.
Yeah. I don't really drink this. Just sort of standard. Craft is still reliable and now it's pretty cheap.
So you're punching back the direction you're about to get done.
I have, mate. Don't you worry about that. She was bred with it, or she still is. She'll probably be bred with it forever.
So what we got here, is this a playground or a final play?
Playoff, yeah, it is. I would say playoff 5, 6. Joel played Allan Bailey.
John played Allan and
Finn played Matt.
Yeah, you don't ask me questions like about these, well, particularly Finn. I like very much about it.
Louis broke Finn's racket. Yeah, hit with it before.
Oh, I thought it didn't look like Louis Gray.
No, I'm not joking. So you can definitely bring that out if you want some view.
Definitely.
Rightio, we're just about to kick off the plate round 5th and 6th for the PSA SquashGym Palmerston North Summer Open. We've got Trimble to serve against Joel Arscott. Finn playing out of the Lugden Club in the North Island, Waikato in New Zealand, and as is Joel at this stage. So This should be quite an interesting matchup. I haven't watched too much of Finn. I know he's played quite a bit, one of the top juniors, and also just played a bit out of the US college system for a little while. And Joel's obviously been based over in New Zealand for now 2 or 3 years, and he's a full-time pro. So Chris, tell us a little bit about Joel, mate. I mean, you've Chris van der Salm's joining me, Rod Bannister, and he's one of your teammates, I believe, mate.
Yep. Me and Joel have been training together a wee while now. A couple of years since I've been up in Auckland. Well, when I was up in Auckland, yeah. No, we're actually both Oamaruvians.
Yeah, no, he's telling me a bit of a yarn earlier, Chris said.
Yeah,
Both his parents are from Oamaru, right?
Not bad for a little old town of 13,000. 2 players in the top 5, top 6, whatever.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad at all. So that's made us now, quote unquote, I should know this from being a Wanganui boy in Heartland Rugby, that's North Otago country?
Yeah, it's
all right, mate.
Yep. Blue and gold, not blue and gold, blue and maroon. No, gold and maroon.
Gold and maroon?
Got there.
They actually front up quite well in Heartland too, mate. Year after year, not a bad team.
They have a bit of a battle with the Wanganui team.
Yeah, I know that, mate. Over the years. Now, I have no idea of predictions. What I am going to predict, I think Joel will be a bit sharper and a bit keener, simply because I don't know how done or underdone Finn is, mate. So in those first few rallies, it just looks like Finn is
didn't really move forward that well, did
he? Just a bit slow going in.
Yeah.
So Finn Trimble, I'm noticing he's wearing an Island shirt, mate. Would that have any association to that, or no idea?
No idea.
Yeah. So maybe one from 1983 Junior Champs or something.
It might be a rugby top though, that one.
Oh, it is too,
yeah.
mate. Eh?
The old.
So Trimble, who knows if that's Irish, right? Is it?
It is Irish.
So
I had a Irish rugby jersey for a while there. Got Brian O'Driscoll to sign it myself.
You're not a bad player, mate.
And I'm definitely not Irish.
So Joel's got the old, what do you call them, like murder eyes there, psychotic eyes going on.
Yeah, he gets on court and it's game mode.
He got a bit feisty this morning. I noticed he was up 9-2 in a game, and it was a bit of a contentious call as far as Joel was concerned, and he was just a bit riled. Whereas I think a few of the more experienced older boys would just get on with it and let it go at 9-2. But anyway, hey, each to their own. Feisty. Nice nudge. It's always interesting after a little bit of banter, isn't it? What happens after a rally, isn't it, Chris? Generally fires people up, or some people can be too bloody over aggressive.
Yeah, I think some people it's different. I gave in my game earlier today, I was up by a few, and I had a wee cheeky word.
Yeah, I know.
And then Louis won the next 6 on the trot, so
yeah,
I was like, ooh, it didn't really work. Nice shot there from Joel.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of a chin wag about your match between games, mate. But what an epic battle! But we'll get to that in a bit more detail in between this game.
Yeah.
So Joel, as far as does he mainly hit straight lines, mate, or is he a good volleyer? I haven't watched Joel much. I know he's a fighter.
He's a really good mover and a really good fighter.
Oh, he loves the movement drills, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's the one, and he's tries to play at quite a nice high pace. Yeah, I think he's possibly slightly out of form at the moment. I've seen him play some good squash, probably a little bit better than maybe what he's playing this weekend. But
why do you think that is, mate? Is that it's just a period of his play? It's just not happening, or
you always go with your wee ups and downs, don't you? You have
absolutely,
your peaks and your troughs, if you like, and
some people just have troughs.
A bit like me. No, we I don't know. Sort of. Season's wrapping up. It's been a hell of a year, hasn't it? And I think
yeah, it has been.
Last tournament, if nothing else, could be just a little bit of mental fatigue from everyone. But
yeah, good.
Not me. I'm loving it. So
I know, mate. So you were supposed to look, mate. You went down in a massive battle with Louis, who was a national finalist in 5 this afternoon, and you played your third and fourth match. Oh, you played your third and fourth player. Or what happened there?
No, we
Zach Millar, I believe.
Yeah, I think he pulled up a little bit lame after his last game, so he's sitting this next one out. and yeah, we'll get an opportunity going forward to have another chance to play each other. But no, we're not going to. He's sort of sitting it out. Yep.
Joel moves into 7-4 in the first game. For me, I don't think either player's hit their straps yet. Obviously, Joel's trying to take the ball early and get into the, be a bit dominant on the tee and that. But I don't think it's really hit. Mind you, we're following a couple of great matches, so I don't really think it's hit any great heights yet. What you call there, Chris?
Yeah, it's a
oh
stroke.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Stroke. And
Yeah.
called a stroke.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
So
I think Joel was is a better player, and so he'll definitely. I think he'll come through. But yeah, like you say, I don't think he's quite hitting his lines just right at the moment. It's all about timing.
Oh, it's a great shot.
It can be really hard to get past down
Joel?
that straight. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
mate,
Sometimes he does it.
I love Joel. I love Joel because doing a bit of commentary with him this weekend, he's not afraid to tell us what he's good at. And Joel said he's a backhand expert. Or a specialist. Yeah, I've never heard that before. I think that's the Australian coming out of him, but I don't mind the Aussies, mate. We've both lived there, Chris, at some stage of their lives, and they're not shy in coming forward, are they? No. I think that's his Australian passport side.
Tell you what, it's good to know your strengths and good to that's a stroke all day. Good to know your strengths, know where to play your game. So it's good. No, he is actually he hits quite a nice dying length.
Yeah, I'm noticing he varies his length on his straight lines too. He sort of chops it in as well.
Yeah, he likes that low hard kill. Ooh.
Oh, and Finn, that's Finn's go-to, right? That hold and flick cross.
Yeah, but
from the front. No, it's not a bad
well
nudge.
Executed that one. That's good.
Yeah, bit of trouble
it's
there.
a bit loose here from Joel.
Hey, now I was talking to Joel when we're calling your game, mate. And I know you guys play. I know you play on the red shirt occasionally, the unsquashable shirt, and I haven't seen you so much in the white. I've seen the Chileshe boys play on the white quite a bit. But I noticed this morning, mate, this afternoon you played in the, I don't know even what colour it is.
The green, yeah.
Sort of the green, yeah. I mean, the
hey,
boys.
I'm just limited with what my sponsor's happy to chuck my way.
He's terrible at laundry. He can't do his laundry when the missus is away.
Actually, yeah, the good ladies away, yeah.
Yes, she is.
Oh, that's not bad.
Nice. That's good get though.
Here we go. Oh, really?
Get him off, yeah.
Gee, Joel loves a half volley, doesn't he? Loves a half volley, yeah. It's not bad. Not bad either. Oh, trouble. Oh, not really. No. Gee, Joel, you dug a hole there. Just not quite wide enough or deep enough on those crosses, Chris. Or even a lift.
Yeah, I think lifting out of
bit of a lift.
was always a good go-to. I think with Finn, he's a tall, lanky fella. It's a bit easy. Tall, lanky fella, so he's always going to be hard to get it past. So there's only one place on court where your opponent can't hit it, and that's above their racket, up in the lob. So it's always a...
Look, while you're talking about that, I've called that, look, mate, observing the last few years, I'm not talking about the top PSA guys, like the top 10 in that, right, and those boys, but I'm talking about, like, through the grades, even into A1 now, Chris, and even into this level now. Look, I've just noticed, mate, I noticed you do it a bit too, you do it well, but I've noticed a lot of the guys don't pay the ball much up in that red zone, like in the 75% area up on the front wall. They're not great at lifting. You know, they do that in that situation where Joel could have gone and lifted. So I call it offensive defense, right?
Yeah.
You know, why don't you lift?
Sharp.
Like, and that's that cross again, right?
Yeah.
3 times Joel's been in a situation to probably peel back, lift the ball, get back in the middle, have a look. But he's put himself under the pump a bit by hitting those shallow and short crosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. A bit of a lost art for me, lifting.
Oh yeah, I love it. Normally because I'm trying to get some time, but I think the game nowadays is it's all about pace, isn't it? It's all about pace at the moment.
Look, Chris,
like
rackets, shoes, all that sort of stuff, right?
Oh, it's really good. Really
rackets,
good
shoes. Look, man, I've noticed it a lot in New Zealand and Aussie in the last few years, mate, that as soon as you you know, a more experienced player lifts against the kids. I'm saying kids under 19. I always say the balls, 90% of the game's played below the service line. They love it, but anything above it, they're absolutely rabbits and headlights. It's quite incredible how limited they are with the ball in the air.
Yeah.
I know you like the ball in the air too, mate, as far as like the volley from half court.
Yeah.
So look at that. Where's the hunting there? Where's the hunting? Loves
That's it.
flat length.
Oh, yeah. Bit loose there from
One game ball to
forcing
Arscott.
the,
One game ball. First set. 5th and 6th player for the PSA men's closed satellite event here at SquashGym in Palmerston North. Oh, a lift? Oh, goodness. No wonder he doesn't lift. And that was a great nudge. Gee, that was effective. Have you seen Finn play much, Chris, at all or not?
Not in the later years, no.
Oh.
He was, well, I said 2 or 3 years younger than me, so when I was still playing
juniors,
a bit more, juniors wise, so he was coming through the juniors as I was sort of.
So what were you, 19s, he's 15s or something, or?
Oh, more when I was like 22 and playing
Okay,
quite a
okay.
bit. I remember him from the juniors, that sort of thing, you know, something like that. Yeah, so he's quite dangerous, and I don't know. I guess it's because I'm quite tall, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities.
good length. Yeah, very
Good to
much
see
so.
nice tall fellas on.
You don't see it much, do you? I mean, the first guy I think I've made obviously is the quite handy Wilstrop, right?
Yeah, he's my
The marksman,
favourite.
mate, what a player,
Yeah.
right? What a player. And still going, mate, and well into his 30s, eh?
So we're 11-10, is it? Time rate.
Yeah, one game ball to Joel, 11-10.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's your call there?
It's a lead. Simple lead, he's just stood on his foot. Looks like he might have actually rolled his ankle. It did look like I might have hit a wee bit.
He went over a bit, I think, just
Yeah.
subtly,
Yeah.
I think he went over a bit.
I don't think it stopped him from playing, but it was just enough to, Looks like he got a lead for it.
So where's your head at right now, mate? It's 11-10. What are you thinking of when you're Finn in this situation? What are you thinking of this return of serve?
Well, for me, it's just when it's close like that, I always back myself, never give up, and let them.
All trouble.
Oh,
he loves it. Yeah,
Oh,
and
God,
the
yeah.
Trimble, and Joel knows it because
Yeah.
he watched it 87 times in the match that Finn played, Finn's last match. Absolute taxing, and Joel got done. Mate, he's going to buy me a Diet Coke for that. He's been watching that all day. So we're back to 11s. Win by 2.
It's nice wood.
Much better. Bit short, boys. That's better. And a bit of lifting. Oh, really?
You always know it's getting close when the rallies start getting long.
Interesting,
and
isn't
patient.
it? Interesting, isn't it? No one doing anything from really the middle as far as the volley goes at this stage.
Oh, it's really
there you
nice.
go.
Yeah, really well
Actually, that's
finished.
well done. That's well picked off. Really?
No, he thought it was game. It was only game ball.
12-11 game ball. I used to love watching Nick Matthew do that too, Chris, back in the day when he'd sort of set somebody up with anything off the wall, he'd really go in there and take it in, right?
Yeah.
Nick Matthew was an expert at that. That was really well set up by Finn there.
That's what it was. It all comes down to that length initially, isn't it?
It's interesting, isn't it, Chris? Because most people think, you people in a coaching situation or whoever's had lessons, they think, just hit the ball to the back or hit length. There's actually a lot more to it than that, isn't there?
Well, to be honest, as I see that, I was thinking it's not really about length these days. To me, it's about width.
So what do you mean width, mate?
It has to be hugging that side wall, then they can't hit it tight back. If it's tight on the wall, no matter what length, then it's likely that they're going to spew it into the middle. That's really nice. I think that might have been
And cool.
dodgy pickup.
What's your call?
That's
Not
a
on the pickup. Not on the
I'll give
pickup,
it a
but the
stroke
line.
for any benefit of the doubt because I thought it was a double. Stroke all day.
Just a triple, I think. 12-all, win by 2. So tight here. It's lifted a bit more urgency around the guys playing.
And the
As far as
accuracy's gone
intensity
up.
goes, yeah, much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden they think, geez, I actually wouldn't mind winning this. 12 all. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because, you know, most of the lads who play Finn at this level, who play Joel at this level, knows he prefers a backhand. But it's interesting how most of the rallies or points are played down that wall, isn't it? I would tend to think they'd try and slip it over into his forehand side a bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
Or just be tight, right?
It could be if Finn backs his backhand, you know, he thinks he's got quite a sharp backhand.
Yeah,
too,
true.
Then he's going to try and play to his strength. And,
there you go. There's a filthy reverse. Quite useful and not a bad pickup, Joel.
Very well lifted.
Hey?
Got him there. That
There
lifting,
you go.
Hey, you're talking about that lifting, Benny. Got him out of trouble and put him back in front.
And that's that. Look, I'm going to sound like a broken record, Chris, but I'm going to say it again. My call is that 1-2 there. Joel, too shallow, not deep enough, and flops the backhand volley into the tin. You know, so I reckon that's coming to the. Most people think it's the shot that they play, but it's actually, as you know, the lead up before the shot they play, isn't it? You know. Yeah,
we got a bit of blood here on his shin. Finn's got a bit of blood. Just been pointed out. So
blood 13-12. Blood bin call. Blood bin call. Hey Chris, why these guys are taking a bit of a break, mate? You played your semi this morning against Louis Chileshe. Louis had a bloody blinding nationals. You had it in different nationals for whatever reason, but when I saw you turn up today or this afternoon, I actually thought that you looked like you're up for the business. So can you just talk us, mate, for a minute through that match? Sort of where were you at with this match? Did you back yourself to take it out? Certain situations in the match you could have closed it out, but you had a massive 5-setter and unfortunately didn't get there at the end.
No, it was courts are sort of courts that I prefer to play on, so I came in. What do you mean prefer to play on? Just, you know, the conditions suit me a bit better, and for my game and what I like, you know, it's not just hard and fast and bouncy. You get a bit more reward for good shots and holding it and things like that. So I was feeling good coming on. I mean, I got nothing to lose. You know, I'm not playing full time or anything like that. I just went out to enjoy it, and I always back myself. I know on my day, as I kind of proved today, that I can beat these guys still. So maybe just not in 5 sets. So I've got to try to sum it up a bit earlier than in 5. But. So
it's interesting, mate. Since you've moved sort of to my home club in Wanganui, and obviously for work, and you sort of. I suppose in your industry, you're in the helicopter industry or the flight industry, or the, what do you call it? Aviation industry, yep. So where you make millions of dollars, where you got the offer to move to Wanganui. Mate, so training-wise, you know, you're obviously a professional guy now in a career. Your fiancée is also a professional lady. You bought your first house where you are at the moment. What's your sort of what's your plans over the next 6 to 12 months with squash, mate? Any plans or any goals or?
I've always got a plan and a bit of a goal, I guess. The last couple of years I've been concentrating on my career, if you like, my work, and squash has taken a bit of a back burner. But and so I've adopted the mentality of just playing to enjoy squash, and I tell you what, it's bloody good for your squash. If you don't,
what do you mean playing to enjoy? So for shamateurs or amateurs that are listening, what do you mean playing to enjoy?
You just go out there and just try and just enjoy it. Don't go out there and get super concerned about results. I mean, it's always going to be in the back of your mind, and it's impossible not to. But you know, if you just try and go out there and you just have a smile on your face and you just enjoy the game that you've worked so hard to get to the level. Tell you what, it's good for your game too. It's you enjoy it more. You're so much more relaxed, and things just happen. So you're not building it up in tense and putting that pressure on yourself.
It's a really good point, mate. And the other question I could bring off what you've just said, just to frame that, isn't it interesting? Why did we first start playing sport? Because it was what?
Oh, because you enjoy it. Because
it's fun, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So yep. I think when you think at the end of the day, when you're having a moment, or when you're sort of getting tough on yourself, or you know you're not getting the results you want. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, why we play a game is because we enjoy it. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We fundamentally enjoy it.
Yeah. and that's what people just need to remember first and foremost. It's just a game, and for most of us, it's just a outside of work, a hobby type of thing, and so try not to take it too seriously.
Oh, just briefly there, what happened to Zach? Zach Millar, who was playing for third and fourth, he unfortunately picked up a little bit of a niggly injury and couldn't play out his third and fourth playoff with Chris van der Salm, who's doing some commentary for me. So he's decided to sit that out and got a bit of a niggly injury. Now, Chris, very quickly, in 1 minute, mate, you matched with Louis. Ended up going down in 5, but look, I really thought you gave an absolute. I think you gave an outstanding account of yourself. So you're pretty happy with your performance?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, enjoyed it. That's the most important thing. And even Louis came and shook my hand. He said, "Shit, I enjoyed that," and that's all that. Yeah, no, I'm real happy with that. He's essentially the number 2, 3 in New Zealand. So. Take him to 5 sets, you've got to be relatively happy at the end of the day. But 5 all on the 5 all on the 5th was when it broke me. But a bit of a humdinger rally, and
you had some massive rallies the whole match, mate.
Yeah, that one there was.
I actually made a comment to Joel, actually through several comments, obviously, commentary within commentary, but I made several comments to Joel that. I saw you when I saw you turn up. You had a bit of a steely look in your eye, mate. And I also believe that match for Louis. Louis needs matches like that. You just can't. It's important for him to have competition. That's respectful to Evan, because Evan's having a rest at this stage, and he had a great nationals and won it. But Louis, these guys need those matches. They just can't cakewalk stuff. And I think what they've got to realise is that people like yourself are just not going to roll over. You're just not going to go out there and roll over.
No, that's right.
Must be an Oamaru thing, right?
Tough as nails.
Do you get back home much, mate? You get back home
no,
your old birthplace?
All my family have essentially left. Mum and Dad don't live there anymore.
Where are Mum and Dad at the moment?
Canterbury. So,
Canterbury?
Inland. Foothill of the mountains. It's inland from Christchurch.
And they come up to the Nationals, I saw, didn't they? Come up and watch the Nationals?
Yeah. Yep, they're up with a couple other things that they killed about 3 birds with one stone. It was good timing, so it was cool.
So Finn Trimble's just come back from a bit of a blood bin, if you call it.
Do you know
13,
explain
12.
the rules around?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Sorry, mate. I think it's 3 minutes for blood injury. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So you get 3 minutes.
Yep.
PSA rule 3 minutes,
but
and he took 2 minutes 59, and that's a squeeze. And that's game.
Oh, it's game straight away.
There you go.
Momentum.
So 1-0 to Trimble, and we'll be back with you in 87 seconds. Rightio, we're back into the second set here. SquashGym Satellite Men's closed event here, North Island, New Zealand. We've got the 5th and 6th playoff between Joel Arscott and Finn Trimble. Finn Trimble going off for a blood break at 13-12 game ball and ended up squeezing him in the first rally when he came back for a 12-10 win, not 14-12 win to go one up. So Finn Trimble's one up, just going into the second set. Joel looking a little bit frustrated with himself at the moment, Chris.
Yeah, I guess maybe things aren't quite going to plan, but I'm sure
That's a good ball. That's a good
really,
ball.
Really
That's
good
a
shot.
great ball from there.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm sure we'll get the bit between his teeth and.
So in his situation, mate, here, Joel, obviously he'll be conditioned enough to get through this. There's no problems about that. But in this situation, you know, what if you were coaching between games? What would you say to him? With Finn being one up, what would you say to Joel?
I don't know. I think in general he's just a little bit loose, isn't he? And just needs to tighten up. Just try and keep it. I'd be straight too. Like he's a tall fella, so cross courts are always going to be they need to be really wide or high essentially. So I've been trying to play a bit straighter because he is good straight, and you know just
Yeah,
that's what he does quite well.
1-2.
He just needs to keep doing that.
Just a simple 1-2, really.
As soon as he opens the court up, that's when he starts going on the back foot.
Yeah. Actually, he was trying to open the court up a lot in the first set, wasn't he?
Yeah.
About 4 times, I think we sort of mentioned, like it didn't really work for him. But when he just hits those lines, it's quite effective. Yeah, I mean, as simple as this, it's quite effective.
Yeah, that's right.
And there you go. Not under the pump when he crossed that.
That's nice. They're lifting, beautiful.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, interesting. So much better.
Really good that.
And back to your simple patterns, Chris. Really, just hit those deep lines and look at picking it off.
Yeah.
That's your game.
Held that really well. Sucked them in for the short shot. It's a lot harder, quite subtle. Like a lot of people don't actually see what the work he did in that shot, and it's extremely hard to do and extremely hard to execute as well as he did. So.
Mate, if I didn't know better, look, I've been away for a little while with regards out of NZ, mate, but I believe last year it was Lugden versus, now for Cousin Shield, it was Lugden versus, oh goodness, I don't know really, but, Hutt City, so 2 stacked teams. I believe Lugden had the Chileshe boys, Arscott, Millar, and Trimble.
Really?
I mean, that's stacked, isn't it?
It is stacked.
I mean, are they on the
It's almost
payroll?
as stacked as our Squashways team a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, Cole.
We had A1 at 5.
I remember watching that actually. I actually played that at Burnside when we come third squash gym in that era. But I remember watching that and it was like, it was just a joke. Who was it? Cole?
Yeah, we had
Cole at 1.
Cole.
Some guy, Paul Cole.
Yeah, he's not too bad of a racket. Then I can't really remember to be. I think it must have been. We had an import, and then me, and then Oliver Johnson, then Johnny Barnett. So A1 at 5 was
Yeah,
not
Johnny
too bad,
Barnett was at uni, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't the old
And he
Johnny?
was playing really well,
Playing
so-
5, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Anyway, I think the
I
stroke.
think you got back to back too, didn't you? I
two
think-
times, 3 times, 2 times.
Yeah, I think it was 2 times. The Linda Fahey
No,
fan
3
club.
times. 3 times.
Oh, that's not bad either.
Quality of squash has gone up at this set.
Yeah, it has. Oh, that all of a sudden, Joel is lifting that ball better.
Yeah, that's it.
So he's normally going up and thrashing those in the first set.
It's a nice shot.
Great
nice
squeeze
angle
again.
there. Yeah. I think obviously Finn's shooting quite a lot, but I think Joel is soaking it up really well. If he just continues to soak it up, he'll get a lot more reward.
Soak up, what do you mean? So instead of rushing in and just hacking the ball, he's thinking about his defence?
Yeah, just defence, that's the one, yes. So Finn's putting him under, well, he's putting some good shots on. I wouldn't necessarily say he's putting him under a lot of pressure, but he's putting some really good shots, and that's what I mean about soaking it up, not doing stuff like that. because that's only going to build on Finn's confidence, and then his shooting might get the ones that are just missing the nick might start hitting the nick, you know.
But isn't it interesting, you know this with working with people between sets too, Chris, no matter what level they are, you give them a bit of feedback, whether it's just simply hit the ball straighter, straighten up your patterns. Joel started it really well and then just lost shape in the last 3 or 4 rallies, hadn't he, again?
Yeah.
He had a really simple plan that was working,
Yeah.
but he's gone away from it a bit.
Yeah.
6-4 in the second, 1-0 to Trimble. Oh, that's a really good nudge. Wow. I think he
clipped him on the backswing there, yeah.
Clipped him on the mouth here, just a little clip.
That big bottom lip. Sharp. And now Joel's starting to get a bit of reward for soaking up that pressure.
Yeah, out to a handy lead 8-4 in the second. Finn's got to find a way here. And
there we are.
There you go. Find a way, just hit a roller. Good safety, good safety. I actually don't think that was out of frustration. I just think that was a really good pick.
Yeah, that's right.
It was there and he put it in there. That's tight.
Never really looked like missing.
No. It's too short for me, Joel. That cross is too short. That's better.
Nice angle. Good. See that? It's just that good straight length, eh?
Really interesting.
Because he's got that straight kill that he does do very well.
When he's won 5 or 6 points by simply hitting the ball at varying lengths on the backhand. Really quite simple.
Nice, that really good.
Yeah. Finn looked like it's struggling a bit there. 10-5, 5 game balls.
That's it. Game.
1 each. Back in 90. So welcome back, folks. Rod Bannister with Chris van der Salm sort of calling this match between Joel Arscott and Finn Trimble. 5th and 6th playoff in the PSA men's closed satellite event here in Palmerston, North Island, New Zealand, and we're at 1-1. Bit of a game of two halves so far. Finn sort of got a bit of ascendance in the first set, even though it was tight 14-12, and Joel, as Chris mentioned in the second set as it unfolded, Joel simply did this really well a lot. Just really hit those backhand lines well, and got due reward for it. Yeah, very strong on the backhand, Chris. Very strong.
Shot.
Yeah, that rolled. That literally rolled. Yeah.
Oh, it's out. Yep. Can't get too disappointed about something like that though. Like, he did everything right. He just did it, half a foot too high. It was tight, so he got it high, trying to lift it. Yeah. Software error from Finn.
It's interesting, isn't it? You get up to 3-2, you've got half an opening like that, and you sort of choke your racket a bit and sort of slap it into the tin. And even moments like that at this level, Chris, can be sort of pivotal in a match.
Yeah.
Like for rhythm.
It's the sort of tin you expect it like all like that. The later half of the game at about 8-all or something. Early in the stage, you want to be maybe just giving yourself. You're not trying to win the rally so quickly. Maybe just give it an extra inch or two on the front wall. I'm saying that, I'm a sucker for it.
Guts or glory,
well,
but not really. It's there, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
It's there.
I mean, you can only, if it's see ball, hit ball, and you go for the shot that comes to mind first.
And look at that, mate. I mean, mate, that's really at this level for me. Those lads slapping three into the tin like that, I think they're better than that. Now, they'll know that. So hopefully they tidy that up a bit. And it's interesting what you see, Chris. It's probably putting the ball up again 4 in a row. It's probably putting, and that's a habitual boast for me. It's not a tactical boast. It's just a habit boast.
He has a little bit of a tendency to, when he starts winning, try to win really quickly from that point on. So he won that last set quite comfortably.
Good lift.
And then I find he does have a bit of a tendency to try and win every single rally from that point on as quickly as he won that other set. So
really trying to steal points?
Yeah, just trying to force things a bit too early. We all know the reason he won that other set was because he did the first half of it. He soaked up that pressure. Yeah, he
quite disciplined, wasn't
that's the one. And he, nice straight, basic squash, if you like. I don't like to use that word, but now he's just sort of shooting a few shots and trying a bit too much. That wasn't actually what's winning him the game, like that. He hasn't done that. To me, that's, like you say, that's not a professional shot, that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just a mini meltdown. Really. I think more a mental shift than anything else.
Yeah.
Just clearing the mind a bit now, Chris. Probably clearing the mind a bit now. And that's good. Clearing the mind. And now 1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Wow. Clearing the mind and just getting the feel back on the racket again, hitting those targets, and then now Finn does it. So whatever you can do, I can do better. That really incredible. So I think in the last 5 rallies they've both played cliche, unforced errors, but there was no need for that. Finn just needed to chop another one back and get in the middle. That's good. It's good. Hey, all the 1%ers, that's good.
Yeah, I guess that's the key is...
Call there, Chris?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd give that a let, but it could easily have been given a stroke.
Why would you give it a let?
I just like to see players play that. I think it's a bit soft to give it...
Although
he couldn't really play it, I just feel like it's a bit soft to give that a point, but points are so hard to come from. But I wouldn't... Well, you know me, I probably would give it a wee question on court, but I'd have to accept the stroke there. Some people will give it a stroke, yeah. No, I think that it's key to, by all means, shoot go for a few
Yeah, it's good.
shots here and there, but if you hit a couple down, you got to recognise that, and you got to recognise it early enough and change so that it doesn't, hit yourself out of the entire set.
Isn't that interesting again though? Joel went back to exactly what you talked about and just picked off a point.
Yeah.
And he simply just hit those backhand lines and took the ball in.
And it was such a
6-7, 1-all.
simple shot to win it too.
I think
wasn't it?
Finn's looking down again. It looks like he thinks he's got some blood on his shin again or something, on his leg.
Oh, it's at the tape off.
Or the tape's dropped down.
So the rules around that blood are pretty interesting that he took that tape off because
The tape's dropped, I see.
it's dropped. I see. Yeah. Is
So
it thick?
7-all in the third. 1 each.
The old rules around blood are a bit dangerous because if that was to start bleeding out of that same wound, he's not allowed a second injury time. He has to concede.
Well, you got to carry on.
No, you wouldn't. You're not allowed to carry on. You'd have to concede the game.
Even though it's not intentional.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's just the rules around blood. Blood comes out once, that's cool, go fix it. But if that blood returns, that's not obviously returning at this stage, but if it was to start dribbling on the court, he'd have to concede
The game.
the whole game, the set. And then he only has the 90 seconds to...
Critical. 8-7. 8-7. Bit tight on the drop there.
It's good hitting here. Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, just finish it like that, why don't you?
It's a very good rally.
Yeah, really good. 8-all. 8-all. 1-all.
Gonna grab a towel to
Great squish.
wipe up the sweat.
Great squish.
It's like a motel towel, that one.
Yeah.
That's the Alpha.
I was gonna say you don't.
The Alpha Lodge special.
Thanks to one of the sponsors, Alpha Lodge,
Yeah.
for providing the towels, for cleaning the court. Hey?
Hopefully it's not the shower or the towel he's gonna use for his shower when he's after the game.
Finn Trimble,
I've gotta
just
say,
a pure
just-
roller.
Yeah.
That's just taking the mickey during the downtime, isn't it? So what do we got? We got 8-all, 1-all. I'm going to be interested
There's
how this
absolutely
closes
nothing
out.
between these
No,
two,
just
Benny.
nothing, mate. That's a cliche, isn't it?
SquashTV fans will catch my drift on that one. Oh, it's heating up, Benny.
Yeah, Joel's come out screaming. Oh, he got out of jail there. Oh, he got out of jail there, Finn. Oh, what's he going to do?
Straight drop would have been the one.
Oh, wow. So, I actually didn't see what happened. Just down the middle and a total miss hit?
I think it was a miss hit from Finn that he it sort of bounced funny and caught Joel off guard.
9-8.
And he ended up,
9-8.
yeah, didn't really hit it at all.
Out of 10, I think Joel's dial's at about 11, mate. He's dialed up at the moment. 9-8. Oh, yep. Well done. And there's that wall. Joel's loves that wall. Oh, it's nice left. Nice left. Now what? Oh, he did the tired fin. Bit of a change from Finn there with regard to the angle. Yeah, it's good. It's a good rally. Real good rally. Oh no, well done. Good shift there.
Yeah.
Went nick last time. This is juicy. Yeah, it's great ball. Oh, a bit fatigued. Is Finn a bit fatigued? Oh, this is brutal. This is actually brutal now, Chris.
Just up.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, wheels. That's apps. I reckon you're at about 220 there, Finn.
Heartbeats.
Hey, heartbeat at about 220. Off on the Masters walk.
Yeah.
He's off on the Masters walk.
You'll be asking the
Question the ref.
score in a minute. Yeah.
Question the ref.
Checking the ball to see it's slipped.
Yeah. Is the ball a single dot or a double dot? Hey. 9 all. What a brutal rally. 1 all, 9 all. Critical time of the match, folks. Yeah, good change up by Joel with the serve. Oh, loose.
Nice.
Yeah, good lift.
Finn will be dangerous though, like you say, tired, because he's quite a good.
Oh, it's lead only.
Yeah.
Lead only. It's a let because it's loose. It's not a stroke. Surely that's not a stroke.
Close.
Wow.
Closer to a no let that than a bloody stroke, I reckon.
Yeah, give him the stroke. Match ball, game ball. Yeah, I don't know about that, Chris. I would call let.
I was going to say, but Finn will be quite dangerous in this position because he's a little bit tired. He's actually quite a nice shot player. So tired players can be quite dangerous.
Absolutely, mate. Never trust a tired player. Yeah, it's good nudge.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
Joel's
that.
go-to. And
Yeah,
Joel's
he needed to hit that a little bit harder, I reckon.
Yeah,
like,
he's settled into a nice
the
pattern though.
pressure.
He's got the middle. He's got the middle at the start. That's good. Oh yeah, and it's amazing what game point does to people, isn't it? All of a sudden it's all go.
Yeah, I don't think Finn's as tired. Ooh,
Cool. What you call, Chris?
just a let.
Just a let. Yeah, was he fishing? Fishing just a little bit,
A little
subtly?
bit, but
Not too much. But have you had a chirp there? Not really. Doesn't really justify it there, does it? No. Just a let.
just a let.
Yeah. Good call. 10-9. Yeah, it's really good. That's Joel's area. And he let it go too
To be
low.
fair, he hasn't missed many of those.
Too low, and just when it counts,
Yeah, I
eh?
know, that's it.
And you always wait for that from an opponent, don't you, Chris? They're going to miss one, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
that's it.
going to miss one.
Yeah.
10 all. Win by 2. Yeah, game on, folks. Trimble stepping
I
up.
don't reckon he's as tired as.
Oh, I just had a look at that last one actually, and I thought, oh, actually, that's not bad.
Bit of life in his legs.
Hey. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's good. All well got. That's good
gear.
gear, I reckon.
That ball for me gets Joel in trouble. That cross.
He does do it quite well, but yeah. But that one, not so much. I'd like to see him just take it
good
early
nudge.
in the front sometimes, you know, and just get it to the back.
Yeah, it's play
Ooh,
let. Just a bit of interference. Bit of man, bit of interference. Just a let. Just a let. Just a let.
I think he did quite well to get a let out of that. Yeah,
Just a let.
could easily have been a no let.
Subtle. 10 all, 1 all. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. With Finn just wanting to get on with it, I think he's okay. Right in this moment, physically.
There's only one step and he's in each
Yeah,
corner.
that's true. That's true. I know you were
It's good get that.
he got it. No. Trouble.
Yeah,
He got himself into trouble. One too many, eh? One too many.
He just not happy about the pickup. Well, you reckon I thought it was right.
Yeah, I thought he just scraped that.
Just play
11-10.
play the ref a bit
2-1,
better.
11-10. Oh,
Surely Paul Arscott, Joel's dad's playing. He loves to.
no, we having a 4X in Brisbane, mate. Oh, Joel. Isn't it interesting, mate? You just commented before, that's an absolute go-to for Joel, and in the last 2 pills he's put in there, he's chopped into the top of the tin. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
All day they've been going in. 11 all, win by 2. Nobody's going anywhere. And that wasn't the greatest one, but anyway, still in it.
Nice.
Yeah, good lift. Yeah, good depth. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he would have got a lead there quite comfortably, and he put himself on the back foot by playing through.
That's good depth. Real good depth. Yeah, look, I reckon that's about the 4th boast Joel's put in from the forehand side into the tin.
Just needs to
Intriguing game, intriguing
Yeah, it
game.
is.
12-11.
he needs to make sure that if he loses this point, that Finn's the one that wins it, not Joel tinning it.
Thanks, JR. Thanks for saying good commentary. Two Wanganui boys, mate. And good to see you watching, bud. So what's the match look like on live stream, JR? Does it? It's pretty intense here, mate. Anything to add? Any tactics to add for the players that you could sort of comment on, mate, or things they could do differently? You've always got a chirp. I remember you chirped Chris van der Salm when he went to the club.
Very, very good.
That's an outstanding volley drop. Wow. So the difference in that volley drop going in, Chris, was that he took the ball out in front, would you say?
Yep.
Hey, took the ball out in front. Didn't go in passively. 13-12.
Finn generally...
Yeah. Did he? No let?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he played through that. So
Would you give him one?
if he called it
He called
early
it.
enough, I would have given him a let. But that's just
13-12.
me.
13-12. Yeah, Finn, he's straight into it. So straight on to the serve. No mucking around. Okay, probably not the right option. Yeah, that's Joel's go-to.
Nice.
He would. Oh yeah, good change. Good change. Is that a squeeze?
Oh. That's where I see Joel.
Hey.
Joel could do it taking early. Holds quite a lot of the front. But
It's good area.
nice.
Really? I think Finn will be a bit upset with himself and not really applying more to a 1-2-3 combo or something in that rally. He had that opportunity and got put in a bit of trouble with that depth from Joel. Joel's won a heck. I don't know if he knows his patterns, but he's winging a heck of a lot down that backhand wall. A heck of a lot. Oh goodness. That's a great nudge.
Really good.
Wow. 14-13, game ball. Stating the obvious, Chris, this is a critical game for both these boys, isn't it really? Crucial, I think, for Trin too, obviously, but that's a good axe.
Nice. He's getting there taking it early. Might not have given him that much reward this time. Oh, I think it's
Cool.
I'll give that a strike, I reckon.
Okay. Bit unlucky there, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Generally swings and roundabouts, those sorts of ones.
14s, find a way, win by 2, 1-1. Yeah, great ball.
Nice. You just got to be careful in that because Finn's counter drops are very
That's a
good.
really good get. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
He's
that's
there.
gutsy by Finn. Seriously gutsy. Yeah, this is grinding stuff. This is quality. Quality in this. He tries to chop.
He does take it in so well, doesn't he?
I'm a bit lost here. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a bit lost. What's going on?
Well,
The tough thing is, folks, we cannot hear what's going on with regards to reffing and marking.
yeah.
And we've got a score on the screen to our right, but we just can't hear what's going on.
So I think Finn was questioning a double bounce, but didn't even look. We don't really know because it wasn't that close.
So what the call is from John Rostenberg from the Wanganui Club is Chris, is that a reverse corkscrew is needed off the serve to bring in a surprise element. Oh, what a great pro call, eh? Pro call, reverse corkscrew.
I do love a good corkscrew.
Yeah, I know you do, mate. I know you do. Oh, that's Finn. Finn's
As
head's
is
dropping. That's a
gutsy.
great, but yeah, it is.
Good gets from both. Oh, wow.
Money pucky, eh? My goodness, 15-all. This is great. 1-all and 15-all. This is all go. I think Joel's feeling this a bit too. Finn, that was massively gutsy. Real mental battle now, Chris. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Bit of a mental battle now, mate, as well as physical.
I think so.
And I see Finn giving the old, the old look across to the old player. Trimble gave a bit of a look across, the old, So his energy's up. He's thinking, I've got an opportunity here, again. 16-15, third set. Yeah, good ball. Yeah. Great ball. Now what? Oh, it's good.
Nice.
Now what? Oh, good.
Good get. Oh. Nice, Scott. Got there comfortably. Get there.
Oh, what an outstanding finish. What a game. 2-1 to Trimble. We'll be back in 90. Rightio, we're back here live for the 5th and 6th playoff, which is really heated up between Finn Trimble and Joel Arscott. 2-1 to Trimble. Massive set, the last set. Trimble managed to get it. And we just had a comment in the sort of chat area there from the infamous Alex Bell, the massively talented E-grader from Levin. And Alex has just given us a bit of a chirp not to talk up North Otago rugby, but I have to be polite to my fellow commentator Chris van der Salm at this stage because that's where he's from. So Bally, they're far better than your Horowhenua team, mate. So respectfully. But Chris, 2-1 here, mate.
Yeah,
and
we
talk between sets, and you say you, there's a lot to like about Finn Trimble. What do you like about his game?
Oh, I just think he's just nice to watch, you know. He's got a nice smooth sort of movement and he takes the ball in quite nicely. Just really good. I don't know, just some players just look at it and you just like the way that they swing and the way that they move.
Is it just because he's tall?
I don't know.
Tall
fighters got to stick together, you know. No, he is a very for a big guy. He has a silky smooth move around the court. It's actually a wee topspin backhand from Joel there. He does do them very well, but he doesn't a bit much.
It's really interesting what you said about Finn because I look at Finn. I saw him when he came in the other night. I've only seen him a few times live, but when he came off court, I actually realised, man, he is a big guy.
He's a unit.
He is really, and for us, mate, to play squash at this level, to carry that, mate, he's a big unit.
That's what these shorter, skinnier guys don't realise, that we've got to carry a lot more weight around us tall fellas.
Yeah. Well, we talked about Wilstrop before, right? Phenomenal.
Oh,
just phenomenal with regards to physique and.
It's a different kind of fitness, though.
Right.
You think like someone like tall people like Finn. it's more a strength than it is aerobic. Nice lucky bounce in the
So
corner.
what do you mean strength
Because-
as far as aerobic?
You know, someone, for example, Joel, compared to is much shorter, if you like, than Joel. So he has to take a lot more steps, and he's almost running around the court. Whereas someone like Finn, this is my opinion, someone like Finn, he's lunging around the court as opposed to running. And it's actually James Wilstrop, when I was training with him in Pontefract, he was the one that mentioned that someone like him does a lot more strength training than he does on like his legs and lunging and stuff like that, than he does actually going out for. I mean, he still does his aerobic training, of course, but his focus is not necessarily fully on it. You know, it's on strength.
So we talked about this before actually, because Joel brought out the old Ponte,
Nice,
right?
yeah,
And
really
Ponte,
good.
and I sort of wanted to elaborate on it. I was obviously Pontefract. So, what's the appeal of that in the UK? I mean, why are players sort of gravitating towards Pontefract when they can go there? What's the appeal?
I mean, it's soft. For me, it was, you know, I just came out of juniors. I wanted to just go and expose myself to top players, and it was actually Paul Hornsby put me on to Malcolm Wilstrop. And
Yeah,
I was
bit of a
talking
legend.
about- yeah, you know, no one's actually coached more world number ones than Malcolm Wilstrop. He's coached too, pretty well from scratch. And
So that's James?
Lee Beechell.
Oh, Lee
and then,
Beechell. Yeah.
James Wilstrop.
Was Beechell a lefty or righty?
No, he's righty.
Righty?
Beautiful holder of the ball, the layer. Anyway, so you go there and you're exposed every morning, 10:30. There's sessions, and then again in the afternoon with more the local guys. And these locals are all very good, obviously. Ooh. But yeah, I just like the 10:30 every morning, Monday to Friday. Turn up. Malcolm's organises these drills very, you know, with these other top players. I mean, James Wilstrop, Surab Gosal, Lee Beechell once or twice.
Oh, is Ghoshal over the Indian
He
the
was,
Indian
yeah,
top
when I
10?
was there, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So it's really a bit of a magnet for the top players to go and base themselves and train together, yeah?
Yeah, and it's a cool. I mean, I lived with the owners there, Mick Todd, and it's just a really cool atmosphere at that club. You know, they all just love squash, and they all nice people and very supportive, and so it's just a cool environment. I mean, I don't know. I went there and just purely there for 6 months. I don't know if I'd do that again. I'd try and mix it up with some other places around the. But it's certainly a good exposure. I reckon
Yeah,
it's a stroke, Benny. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Finn tried to clear. I think it was more an accidental accidental, I suppose, racket got caught in between his shirt or whatever, so tried to clear it.
Loose as hell.
It was loose, it was
Very
loose.
yeah.
It was loose, so, mate, 50-50 for me. Could have been called a stroke. I don't think you could be upset if it was a stroke. But as far as the match goes, it's 5-all in the fourth and 2-1 to Trimble. And that's that wall that Joel loves. Oh no, didn't quite go in there. Oh, that bounced like a tennis ball.
It did, eh? It's softening up a wee bit, the old ball out there.
Yeah, that was a bit of an
There's a couple of
unusual
floorboards.
bounce.
And that front right hand as well, I reckon.
What's going to cross? Oh no, held and straight. What do you got, Joel? What do you got there? It's not a bad
Nice.
one. What's your call there?
I think it could be given a stroke, but I do feel like he played the player there, not the. But yeah,
It's a matter of space, though, isn't it? Too. I still think there's a bit of space to go in.
what was that given? Do you know? Is that a stroke?
Stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6-5.
I think it's a stroke, but
And then Finn tries to drill one
Yeah.
into the floorboards. 7-5, and he gives us a look going, that wasn't great, guys. 7-5. 2-1. Oh, and that's three crucial plays here by Trimble. Not really forced by Arscott, but Finn sort of put 3 of those balls into the tin. So 3-point gap, 8-5. Big rally for Trimble. Yeah, nice.
oh, he picked it off very well. It stayed
Couldn't
so
really
short.
see anything, but you could have called that, John, if you couldn't see it. Good ball, 6-8.
It's just
He's ridiculous at picking those.
yeah, right at the full stretch.
Yeah. Sort of drops his racket too, doesn't come
Yeah.
in with a conventional swing.
Yeah,
Just
that's
drops
right.
his racket nice and low, doesn't he? And we're back into it. It's interesting though, Chris, because talking to John before this, it's like really these boys last match for like 3 months. These boys are, so they'll be aware of that, I'm saying, and they'll just sort of whatever's in the tank's in the tank, right?
Yep.
So 9-6.
Yeah.
Those 3 mistakes. We're going to 5 by the looks. 10-6 game ball. And there you go. Thanks for coming. Back in 90 seconds, folks. 2 each.
I'm game, bro.
So here we are into the 5th set. We're just having a look at our watch, and it's actually been quite a lengthy game. The boys for the next game, the final, are getting itchy feet. Hour and 7 so far, and we've still got a set to go. So huge match here.
So how long was your one earlier on today, mate? How long?
Wouldn't have a clue. I don't know.
Mr. Duggan, what was your
that's been 50 odd minutes or something.
35 minutes surely.
Of course, yeah.
Jeez, they get into you, don't
they get into
Don't
me?
they get into you, Chris?
Yeah,
eh?
well, jeepers.
What
can you do?
Not much.
He serves so quickly when he wants to, and it takes forever.
Oh, I got that in the commentary too, Chris.
Yeah, it's because I'm not
When
tired.
people serve quickly to him, he calls it left and he argues with the red. So that takes about 3 minutes, doesn't it?
Well,
That adds to the playing time. So you got to take all that stuff off.
Mate.
Once you take the fluff out, it's down to about 35 minutes. Anyway, you guys keep talking. They can't hear me. I'm too far away from the mic.
Rightio, I don't know what went on there. We're back at the 5th and 6th playoff, which has been a bit of a battle and one of the better matches of the tournament. Arscott versus Trimble, 2-all, 5th and 6th playoff, and we're just waiting to follow this will be the Chileshe boys in the final of the Palmerston North PSA closed event, which was due at 6 o'clock. It's now 6:30 New Zealand time. So, coaching hat on, Chris. And I'm gonna
do what he just did.
I'm gonna call it for the big fella. What would you be telling the big guy? I mean, is it a cliche? Let's start strong. You know, is it all that sort of stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I think the 5th set is the first half of the 5th set is always the most important. So we've had very short rallies for the first 3 points, which is soft for a 5th set. I would have said. Yeah, you'd be looking for that.
That's good.
Really nice.
Much better. 2-all.
short rally to fine if you're playing shots like that. But yeah, I always say the first half of the fifth set is the most important, and you can't afford to be doing stuff like that.
So this has probably been the ugliest start to all 5 sets, I'd say.
Yeah. 3-2 and it's been 30 seconds.
Yep, maybe 28. Yep, 3-2. That's good squeeze. Nice. Yeah, really good for great width. Oh, was that a scoop?
Nah, I think it was fine.
It's all good?
He just got down low and gave it a wee flick.
3-all in the fifth. Okay, you got to call it. I'm going to call it Trimble 11-8.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just calling it.
I can't call it. Game is so up and down at the moment.
There's been absolutely no one dominating, has there, really? Oh,
Stroke.
yeah,
Yeah,
stroke.
he's comfortably stroked.
Loose ball.
Yeah, loose as.
3-all. John Maserati would have said no let. 3 each.
Nice. See, all of a sudden we've got some real rallies, or some better rallies, which we would have been good to see at Love All. That's really nice.
There you go, Joel. Come on.
4-3.
Well, I asked him to do pole punch.
4-3 in the fifth.
He is strong across that tee there, eh?
Oh, Finn. Just getting a bit disorganised. Finn, he's lost all shape. There's just no shape in this game for him. Just none.
No.
He's only down by 2 points, but he needs some
a lot
shape.
of side wall like that, eh? You've got to cut that out, get the racket up, take it earlier.
Oh, and this stuff, like service box depth. Yeah, no width. Don't want to sound like we've been harsh on him, but watching it right on, I mean, he's allowing Joel to sort of take the middle.
Yeah.
First ball he's put back. And that sort of stuff, crazy
that
stuff.
side wall a lot. It's unlucky a little bit too. I mean,
It
it's
is.
very close to being
It is.
a very nice tight shot, but to me that's just hitting it a little bit late.
6-3 in the fifth. Joel looks like he's got a bit of a dander up. Yeah, he looks like he's got his energy up. 7-3.
8-3, I think, even.
You're correct, mate. 8-3.
5-point gap in the fifth set. It'll be very hard to close.
Yeah, that stuff. It's just interesting. Joel's energies. All of us a lift about 2 points ago.
It's been a little bit frustrating hitting all these side walls though, the nits.
Yeah, that's tidy. And now what? Yeah, good space.
Nice.
That's the Chris van der Salm special. Get the glutes out, create some space, play a winner. 9-3.
Fine line between taking your space and blocking.
Come on, Chris,
and
it's all legal. We know it's all legal.
Of course it
It's
is.
all legal.
It was very well done.
9-3. Arscott really running away after his fifth in that year.
Yeah. I
Gone.
think Finn's beaten.
Yep, really tough match, but really good finish by Arscott, actually. Great finish. Yep,
That's that.
and gone. Yep, great
Nice
stuff.
one.
And
Fantastic
so-
game, bit of a soft finish, but great game to watch.
Yep,
wasn't
Arscott takes that fifth place, and we're moving on to the men's final next to the Chileshe boys, and we'll be back with you very soon.
There you go, son. See? Good way to finish. Well done, Joel. Good game, boys. Good match, boys. Great match. Well done. Great entertainment. You going up, John? He's taking the squeeze down. Hey? He's taking the squeeze down. Pretty hardcore, right?
The dig in.
No, no. The squeeze.
Oh, you missed it?
Yeah.
Oh, you can read the league.
Yeah. Well, he asked me to call as well.
Alright, ladies and gents, we are locked in here in Palmerston North at the SquashGym PSA satellite in the west coast of Auckland, not Auckland, the North Island, New Zealand. We got the final, men's final, the two brothers, Lwamba and Temwa Chileshe. I am Joel Arscott, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Chris van der Salm, who finished third in this tournament. So you know these boys pretty well. I'm going to put you on the spot straight away. What's your prediction? What's the score? Who's going to win?
I don't know. I think I'll go with Rod Bannister's call before. It was Louis in 4, and ooh, that's good. That's real good.
It's always safe going for 4.
4 sets, you know. It's a bit of a cop out, but I don't know. It could be interesting. Temwa, they played a couple of weeks ago up in Auckland.
Yep.
And Temwa
Henderson satellite. Yep.
That's the one. And Temwa snuck in 5. So
Yeah.
and he's actually probably improving quite a lot.
Yeah,
in the
for
last,
sure.
6 months. So
So
he's confident.
Louis is coming off the back of a huge national champs where he narrowly lost out to E-Dub, Evan Williams, 11-8 in the 5th in that one, finishing second. Congrats to Evans on that one. But yeah, Louis sort of not folded, but just maybe a bit gassed out after that nationals and underperformed against his brother 2 weeks ago in Henderson. So he'll be out for revenge in this encounter. So what can we expect from these two lads? Do they get into it as brothers? What do you think?
They'll be. I've never actually seen them play, to be honest, in a proper game. But
Really?
they're both very fair players, so it'll be an easy game to ref. There won't be any
Yeah, true. Pretty
too
clean.
much contention. But I was just going to say, I feel like Temwa's got a little bit more of a bit between his teeth in these early opening rallies.
Yeah. Well, he's 3-1 down, so I don't know what you're seeing, but I sort of agree. I mean, he's coming in the fresher of the two, isn't he? Got off pretty quick.
Louis had a massive semi-final. So
Huge semi-final.
he'll be probably a little bit knackered after
Against
that
yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Who did play some local chop?
Yeah, some local chopper played.
Amateur who doesn't play very much.
Yeah, not even registered pro. Chopper pilot, there you go.
Out.
But no, Tim was very, very quick off the mark. The man's got a decent pair of calves on him. So putting a spring in the legs for the panda, we call him. But this is the last tournament of the season for the lads, so there'd be a few loose arms out there, and a bit of bragging rights for the next few months on the line as well.
It's nice hitting. It's very hard to read on that forehand, as Temwa. If he's behind you and you were trying in front looking back, he just I know, I anyway have no idea where he's hitting it.
Yeah, he's certainly got like a natural kind of hold and a swing on that forehand. He just seems to have he can play kind of every shot, Temwa, can't he? I mean, as brothers, they both are like polar opposites, You can see Louis more of like a 400-meter runner build. Tim was more of a sprinter, powerlifter. Tim has got a few shots. Louis more of a grinder. You know what I mean? Like they just Louis got blonde hair as well. Put that one in there.
Earrings now as well. So he's
Yeah,
very different.
that is very true. A little bit of bling after the Nats finish, eh?
Spinners winnings all in one.
Spinners winnings, classic. So for a bit of insight for the viewers, how's the court playing in your mind?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah?
I had a great time out there. It's
Yeah, you were pretty on form actually, weren't you?
well, I like a court where you get a bit more reward for width and length. Personally, I don't like hard and fast courts. I find that it takes a lot of skill out of the equation. But
Yep.
it comes more of an attritional sort of a match, and
The thing I like
it's
about
never worked in my favour as fitness.
yeah, well, you had a huge battle today, so you're definitely not unfit. But the thing I like about these courts is they don't have like a massive nick. You know what I mean? They're quite true in straight lines, and I like that a lot. And also, I kind of like these tins. First of all, because they're movable, even though that's 19 on there today, not 17, which is another topic we won't get into.
I want to see that's a stroke on there, wouldn't you?
It was a let ball.
Was a let?
Yeah, it was just a simple let. Got Heather Finlay on the job upstairs. Or Matey Galloway now. Oof.
Yeah.
That man comes with a
They're
bit of
arguing
controversy.
over who doesn't want it.
Oh yeah.
Neither of them wanted to ref. World's easiest match to ref, these two.
Yeah, definitely. But no, they're very true courts, and if they hit that tin, you really know about it too, because it's an aluminium tin, isn't it? So that's another good thing.
I don't hit the tin, Joel.
Do you not? I definitely. I've hit it a few times today, that's for
great.
sure. Definitely in our match, fucking whacked that a few times, didn't I? Temwa seems to be taking it in quite a bit here, eh?
That's what I mean. I just feel like he's. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he was the better player. Just at the moment.
Yeah, Louis just trying to feel his way into it. He's hitting a lot of length, hold punching. Doesn't seem to be putting too much in. Maybe a couple of straight six corner working boasts like that, but just trying to move Tim around, isn't he? Get some work into his legs. Oh, he's gone all the way around. Almost did the 360. Temwa trying to narrow back Louis' lead, 4-6. Got any questions, send them through.
You have to play with 30 points to the winner.
So according to him, irrelevant to him. Because he's too high to make. So he should be on the board. So Louis 144. Yeah, so his average is higher than the points per star. So he doesn't need to win for the points. He just wants to play for money. It's for fun because he loves playing that.
Don't know what he's appealing there.
The team line's critical because he's obviously on the way down. He got 30 points today.
There he is, a bit like you, John. Is there anything wrong with that one that he's
Yeah.
appealing?
I think he's felt maybe it was a bit of a top spin, but I think he thought it was too long on the racket, but it seemed fine to me. But really, Louis is not going short that much, eh? Just hole punching, working that ball around, straight 6 corner. It's good attritional squash, but it's working for him. 7-4 on his brother. The measure so far. Temwa a little bit slow off the ball at the moment.
Oh, he's forcing it.
And that's what Louis' game plan is. It's just forcing him to take that risk, really, isn't it? I've got a few less people, a few less eyes on this one because, unfortunately, I ran this court extremely late with the 5-setter with Finn Trimble I just had. I got a few people tuning in online. Not yet. I had the whole. Just had to be up. Just had to be up that one.
It's good that he played it though, because I don't think he would have got a stroke for it anyway.
Yeah, it's good to. These boys do try and play pretty much everything now. Now a little bit off topic, but these boys, I know you've got a pair of flippers on you, but these guys both I think they have size 14 feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge pair of flippers on them. Very hard to play against, I find, when you're stuck around the middle. Always getting caught up on them. And there's Louis trying to force it. Had 5 game balls, now he's got 4. Ooh.
Should be a stroke, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Argue room to play, no?
Nah, loose shot. Rubbish shot. Couldn't swing without hitting him.
Yeah, black and white stuff.
It's just unlucky he called the nick, but
Yeah, that definitely happens quite a bit on this court, I feel.
I don't know why it's replay a point. Should be, yeah.
Tight squash though from the lads. Can Louis close this one out? Oh, great shot.
Very well finished.
Great shot. Lwamba squeezing that first set, 11-6. Back in 2.
So 1-love to Louis, 11-6 in that first one. He looks like a bit of a man on a mission, and then he serves a fault straight away. So I thought that was down 2, to be fair, so I don't know why he's questioning it. Just bow your head and...
Louis is very prone to that, unfortunately, yeah. God, absolute shocker. But he is definitely prone to that one.
happens to the best of them, which is nice to know.
2 in New Zealand serving out, eh? There we go. So if you were in Temwa's corner in that one, after that first set, what would you have said?
I don't know, I'm not really much of a coach there, to be honest. Oh, that's good.
Do more of that.
More of that'll help.
Yeah.
Get to 11 first.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I just think he just started making errors at the crucial points, you know, sort of 5 all, 4 all, or whatever it was, and then Louis just climbed away. So
yeah, Louis has a very good habit at being very hard to beat. Said this earlier today, but it's a good kind of trait to have as a squash player. Don't necessarily have to be the most technically gifted, but if you're just hard to beat, which he very much is, it's a great trait to have. But he's definitely improved a lot, his short game. A good touch at the front of the court. You see there, just stepping in, opening that racket face, hole punching. Did a stint in England, which you're familiar with. The old Ponty stint. For those who don't know, that's in
well out there.
in the UK. But he's done wonders for his front game. So for me, I think Temwa's game plan, should be a little bit more assertive, because that's naturally how he plays, but just doesn't want to force it. You have to be patient against Louis, and that's better.
That's his strength, if you ask me, is that low hard drive.
Straight 6 corner, yeah.
Doesn't even necessarily have to be straight, just low and hard, and to a good length, good angle, and very hard to read, especially on that forehand. So generates a lot of power out of all areas of the court. That's not his strength. So it wouldn't be.
So I've got a couple of people tuning in here. Paul Arscott, my dad, tuning in all the way from Brisbane, Australia. Recently club captain, Stafford Squash. Great club there in Brisbane, 6 courts, fully stocked gym. Right, good to have you watching, Dad. Good rally this. A couple of reversies this tournament, eh? Everyone's been playing those reverses. Saying it a lot earlier, but good squeeze there.
Tight.
For Lwamba. But you fan of a reversey, Chris, or?
Comes out sometimes without knowing about it.
Yeah. This comes off, doesn't it?
The more grey hairs I get, the more often
Yeah.
Temwa. Don't, he's questioning it.
No chance that's not a show. Every day of the week. It's not hard to tell who these lads are sponsored by, eh? I mean, spot the Unsquashable logo.
Nice.
Oh, he's on his bike there. He's picked it up
This is
for
where
me.
Temwa needs to realise, I just don't know why they question it. Just
He's pinched the sidewall there, that's pretty lucky. But good pickups from
Louis
Louis.
got that pretty comfortably in the end. So
Yeah. Maybe slender lead at 5-3 though for the Panda. Got to keep his head here, questioning a couple calls, but
straight.
5-3-10.
Another big rally, this one. Yeah, again, another squeeze. The boys seem to be getting that ball running very straight today. Nice to watch.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Change of direction.
Didn't see that one at all, did he? So he's holding on to that 2-point lead, 6-4. Good work there from Louis. Just making Temwa play one more shot and paid off there.
And I think that's the difference between the level that he's at the moment and the next level is,
The hustle.
no, it's just not trying to win the rally on the first opportunity.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Someone like Louis is a very good retriever. You're never going to win the rally at the first
No.
good shot you play.
Definitely not.
And so he can't be afforded to tin it like that because he's trying to, needs to focus on working the player as opposed to trying to hit a winner.
Yeah, I guess they say it's like a physical game of chess, isn't it? You know, and you can maneuver.
What's he arguing here?
He's arguing that Temwa's movement off the ball's dodgy.
So it's big flippers. Big flippers getting in the way.
Big flippers, big glutes, big calves, all the above. Temwa's not having a bar of it though, eh? But no, you're right, and that rally was quite a good example because Louis, picks up 3 or 4 balls before, managing to actually, lose the rally or whatever. And you see that again, especially when you're playing a better player. It's just so hard to win a point.
Nice.
Bit of squash here from Louis.
Same thing, that, to be fair,
Yeah, he's edging him just slightly. A few errors coming from the racket of Louis. 8-5 now for Thames. Be good to see him have another battle, wouldn't it? Hear that tin singing, can't you? So again, Tim were just kind of forcing it on that back foot. Definitely a habit his. Again, a pill in the serve.
He's up too. It's just a wee mental fade away.
Yeah. You see it
Everyone
again
does
and
these
again, don't you?
things. The key is to recognise that he's just switched off for a second and then put a big rally in.
Well, you say
Like that's no good.
you say you're not a good coach. You're picking up on it. So he's put it back to 8-all, but really it's just been gifted to him, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So he's got to cut that out now. So we're at the business end. But Louis just quietly going about his business. That's better from the Thames. Bit more mature squash now. And this is when he plays his best squash too, isn't it? It's when he's building those rallies and working Louis behind him before that opening comes. This is better. Here we go. So again, he's got Louis on the run. He's just got to keep hitting his targets. Huge rally. Ooh.
No lead on that one. Let's see what they say. Matey's doing it. Yeah, there's no lead. There was actually no interference. No, it wasn't. Safety, my ass. Yeah, it was. Excuse my French. There's John Duggan just spoken there.
So no let. And Louis
You're
now,
not going to get an easy one like that.
Louis now up 9-8. Pressure's back on the Thames here. He was 8-5 up, so he's lost 4 points in a row. He's got Louis on the run again.
This is better. He's not
It's just
trying
a bit of a mental. Oh, he should have played that.
No, it's a stroke. That. No, that's a stroke.
That's tough. I think he's very, very lucky to get a stroke
Oh, he
there,
would've
in my
taken
opinion.
his shins out. If he stepped forward and played it like he does, it's because he called it let. He stopped.
So 9-all, huge point here. Big difference between 1-all and 2 loves, isn't there, Chris? Huge rally here. Neither of the two wanting to really take that ball in. All 4 corners of the court. Oh, he's gone for it. Yeah,
Nice.
Great shot. It's that change of angle, nice low, hard across the body. Temwa having to dive because it's just so hard to get down to those, but ball just too good.
So grabbing another Alma Motel Lodge.
Alma Lodge? Alpha.
Alpha
There we
Lodge.
go. Alpha. No. Yeah, it's disgusting, but use it.
Alpha Lodge, lads.
Oh, that's my shower towel, man. Should have grabbed my sweat towel.
Shouldn't have said no.
Probably dry. That one's probably dry. No, he never does shower back in those. Alpha Lodge Motel.
Temwa has taken his time. Must be.
Are you truly surprised by that? Are you not? Are you kidding me?
But Temwa's just used Joel's shower towel to wipe the floor.
Thanks, Thames. I'm not having a shower now. That is disgusting. Well,
Put it down here, Tim, right?
Yeah. 2 referees upstairs. I think they've forgotten the score.
yep. It's rocket science, counting to 11. It's pretty tough. National referees.
Go easy,
10-9,
Joel.
game ball, come
no
on.
wonder they don't like bloody
Come
reffing
on.
you.
This is just going on. This is just a joke. How much rest? Oh, great post.
Oh,
Good counter. Nice work.
good.
Really good stuff there out on the left leg from the Thames.
Nice fist pump there.
Yeah, decent fist pump. So it's heating up here. 10-all. Again, bad habit.
10-all and you hit the 10. It's a bit disappointing.
Well said.
Very short rally too. Like it wasn't like it was a.
Yeah, it did really well in that rally before, and then forcing it in that one. It's unfortunate. Yeah, wow, great shot.
Nice. I think you'll find Louis just plays those big points of the set very well, and he takes the 2-love lead. two love the Louis, who started the third, 12-10 in that last one. So it was very, very tight. Temwa looked like he was still with the look in his eye, like he was keen to make some inroads. So I think we might not necessarily be plain sailing for Louis just yet. You can sort of tell in the first few rallies, someone's attitude change after the 90 seconds.
Yeah, body language. Body language is huge in squash, you know. But this is much better from
Nice.
much better from Lou. I don't think he had a better start in that last set. You know, I know Temwa was up 8-5. You know, and then it all kind of turned around on him. But that first game, Louis was all over him, and really seemed to drop off a little bit. So he was lucky to kind of pinch that one.
I don't know what shot he was trying to do there.
I think he was going for that kind of low kill, but he just waited way too long, didn't he? So another error coming from the racket of Thames.
It's unforced too.
Yeah, true. You know, we've seen time and time again, Temwa's kind of had him on the back foot, and then he just goes for that little something extra that doesn't need to be done, and then Louis really punishing him. So this is better from Thames, but he just needs to lift.
That is an area he lacks, I think, is lifting.
Yeah, definitely when he's under pressure, I think he tries to hit his way out, as we say it in squash terms.
One place on the court where your opponent can't hit it, and that's above their racket.
Oh wow, great shot.
Beautiful.
All over him like a rash in that rally, wasn't he? Just controlled it, hit every corner, moving Temwa around, and then eventually finishing him off. Again, has him under pressure and makes the error. So he's given a couple of freebies to Louis, as we like to say it. So Louis now with a 4-1 lead in this, the third set. Oh wow. Short on short. So he seems to have the measure of Thames in this third set.
Yeah, what is it? 6-1. One-way traffic.
6-way, one-way traffic, well said. So if you were Temwa right now, what would you do, Chris?
Oh, I don't know. I think, yeah.
Kitchen sink? Leave it on there.
I mean, it's good. Louis is actually doing playing
Yeah,
quite
wow.
well. He is,
Great shot, good
defending
finish.
well. Making it tricky, but there's not really a lot Temwa can do at the moment. He's not quite. I think he might be lacking a little bit in the sort of his tactics and how he was trying to play.
He's guessed
I
that
think
one.
it's not quite right.
Again, another 10 off the racket. Bit of scoreboard pressure now setting in as well.
I mean, you just start trying to make stuff happen now, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Get a few points, maybe try to shift the momentum, but got to do something different. Doesn't follow through on that, eh? That's where he just sort of stops his racket dead. Doof. He has to follow through, point his racket at the front wall when he's finished. Turning into an exhibition. He's lifting now.
Oh, court's
He's
opening
lifting
up.
really well.
Court's opening up a little bit.
Look at that. It's almost like
rally.
he's given up and then started lifting when he should
Yeah,
have
yeah, you're right.
put a lifting earlier.
Kind of should be the opposite, shouldn't it? Two 2-9 now. Louis is running away with this. Boast. Good boast. Wicked boast. Again, that's another shot that Louis added into his game this year.
Well over.
Another
Good
10.
soft finish. Louis too good.
And that is it, ladies and gents. Guess thanks for tuning in for this live stream. Great tournament. Good to be back playing at this, the SquashGym Palmerston North, New Zealand PSA satellite. Lwamba Chileshe the victor. 3 games to love. See you next time.